Covering news where you live, this is 5 News.
Well, thank you for joining us here for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Jo Ellison. Today we have more information on what unfolded after 7 people were found dead in rural Oklahoma. It's a story we've been following all week. This happened in Henrietta, about 90 miles west of Fort Smith. Now investigators say it's being considered a murder-suicide. The 6 victims range in age from 13 to 35. Their bodies were found this week on a rural Oklahoma property while police were searching for 2 missing teens. It's believed that 39-year-old Jesse McFadden, a convicted sex offender, shot and killed the victims before turning the gun on himself. Muskogee County's district attorney prepared a rape case against McFadden before these murders happened. He says McFadden was taunting the victim by sending her messages using a false name and then sent a selfie of himself to the victim.
In looking back at those text messages, she did send me those. They're tragic. Let's just say that. They're tragic.
Well, police say the victims in this case are Jesse McFadden's wife, her 3 children, and the 2 missing teens. All had been shot between 1 and 3 times. McFadden was convicted of rape in 2003 in Pittsburgh County, where he served just under 17 years. All right, before we get to other news of the day, let's get a check of the weather with meteorologist Zach Scott. And Zach, maybe a little bit of rain today.
Yeah, a little bit to start the day, but by the afternoon and evening hours, we're anticipating that showers and thunderstorm chances get a little bit more widespread and get a little bit more heavier as well. We really have the chance for some scattered downpours today, and then those linger overnight and into tomorrow morning. So Friday morning, we could start out with a little lingering wet weather, but then from there on, Friday's looking drier, Saturday's looking drier, and rain chances come back Sunday afternoon. In between our rain chances today and Sunday's rain chances, we've got some hot and humid weather that we will really be focusing on. Again, getting really hot really quick for us. Today, not bad, 70s, partly to mostly cloudy skies building in as we go through your Thursday. And we'll have that chance again of scattered showers really picking up for the region afternoon, lingering in the evening, lingering overnight. Could be a strong storm in that mix in, especially as we get into the evening hours. Could linger into the overnight hours. Still enough instability where some gusty winds and pockets of hail will be possible. Look at that. Temperatures only in the 50s to low 60s, so even warmer going into Friday morning. Still cool. It was for us when we started out your Thursday. Future track radar, again, just looking at the whole day as a whole. Scattered showers have been working overnight across Oklahoma. Those showers are moving into our area as we, again, head into the afternoon hours, and they linger as we go into the evening and overnight hours as well. Again, some strong storms may try to mix in. Pockets of hail and gusty winds are the top threats that we'll be watching. And you notice those rain chances, they stick around. Off and on showers can't be ruled out through Friday morning. We'll start out with those rain chances, then we'll start to dry out. Again, we're looking at highs getting in the 80s to near 90 in the River Valley tomorrow. And then we're looking at upper 80s to low 90s likely across the region Saturday, feeling well into the 90s with our heat index values. Joe?
All right, thanks so much, Zach. Well, families in Oklahoma, along with the ACLU, are suing the state over a ban on gender-affirming health care. This comes just one day after Governor Kevin Stitt signed the legislation. In a statement, the ACLU says that the governor and members of the legislature have decided to risk the lives of a vulnerable population. The bill makes it a felony for healthcare workers to provide children with treatments that can include puberty-blocking drugs and hormones. Stitt made the ban a priority of this year's legislative session, saying he wanted to protect children, though transgender advocates and parents of transgender children say such care is essential. Oklahoma now joins 15 other states, including Arkansas, in restricting the practice for transgender youth. Well, this weekend in Fort Smith, motorcycle riders from all across the country will be in town for the Stillhorse Rally. It'll all start tomorrow. The annual rally will bring thousands to the area. There will be a stage for concerts at 6th and Garrison. Tri-State Speedway in Pensacola will host races throughout the weekend. Now, drivers should expect several closures and delays if they'll be in the downtown area. And the city of Fayetteville is hiring more school resource officers. Now, this comes after hours of discussion and public comments during this week's city council meeting. 5 News reporter Rachel Williams has more on what this means for the Fayetteville Public School District.
Look at what's happening in Denver and places like that. I don't want that to happen here. I don't want to be mayor of a city where something like that happens, and we're going to try and prevent it to the best of my ability and this council's ability.
A similar ordinance passed in August of 2022 to hire 2 new school resource officers every year until Fayetteville campus has one. Currently, they have 16 schools with only 7 SROs. But Superintendent Dr. John L. Colbert says more SROs are needed in the district.
It's very important in so many ways, and one is the safety aspect. It just makes the students feel comfortable, that they know that they have a police officer in the building who can be there to address any issue that may come up. That makes them feel safe that that person is there.
But clearing a path for well-trained SROs to walk our hallways daily, along with strong mental health services and recommended security measures, will help patch our vulnerabilities.
The approved grant will create 11 SRO positions starting in the 2024-2025 school year. As of now, Fayetteville Public Schools will cover the cost.
And then the other piece is covered by the city. So we do go ahead and cover their salary during the time that they work for the schools, and that's 178 days, which are student days, and that's how we help cover the cost of the SROs.
Fayetteville Public Schools do not have an assigned SRO to schools, just a rotating one if something were to happen. And for some parents, this raises some concerns.
How can we expect our teachers, our administrators, our front office staff to do their best when they don't feel safe? How can we expect our children?
Hopefully, once we go ahead and implement the SROs that's been approved, we'll be able to go ahead and assign one of them to a middle school, and then another one who would be they will rotate to cover the elementary schools until we get an SRO in each of those particular schools.
All right, well, thank you for joining us here today for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Jo Ellison. Make sure to catch up with us again tomorrow right here for more.